Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 5. You get the weekend off of waking up early, so thank you for joining me here again today. We're going to do a lot on our backs today, so I want to start you just laying down with your hands out beside you. We're going to just focus on steadying our Friday, the last day of that work week, with some deep breaths. So hands out, palms up. Let all the air out. Now what I want you to do, let's take a few normal breaths here. Settle in to comfort, letting the body release some of those sticky points. From here, take both your hands about this much of an interlace between your fingers, just the top inch, and place them on your belly. Now I want you to focus on deep belly breaths, expanding your fingers away from each other and then letting them fall back in. So focus on deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Make the breaths nice and long and start to feel like you're breathing into every rib. Inhaling and exhaling as you go. We're going to do 3 more deep breaths like that, expanding the fingers and letting that belly sink down. Last breath.
How I do. Let go of a prayer.
As you get comfortable here, I want you to take that left leg up, keep the right down, and just give it a good squeeze. Do little circles into your chest. The right quad is turned on so that your leg stays on the ground, and you're just circling both directions in that left hip. Little baby circles. Getting rid of any of those little cranky spots in the hip. And from here, take your left knee in your right hand. Left hand goes down on the ground and you're gonna pull the left knee over gently. Maybe your knee doesn't hit all the way to the ground, but wherever you're comfortable, I want you to focus on that same breathing. In through the belly, and every exhale, maybe getting that knee down just a little bit more. Inhale through the belly. You can close your eyes here. You can feel as good as you want to in this deep spinal rotation stretch. Inhale. Exhale, that knee comes down.
But you'll have this place to call on. Always.
On your next inhale, bring that knee back up and around and extend it down. Bring that right leg up, adjust the hips, straighten that left quad, and baby circles. Pulling it deep into the socket and letting it circle around, and then the other way. Good, taking your hand down to the ground. Left hand pulls that right leg over to the side. Inhale. As you exhale, each time it gets a little lower. Breathing deep through the belly.
I'll always love you until the time we die.
On your next inhale, I want you to take that knee back up and straighten it out. Now, without the use of our hands, they're gonna stay out 90 degrees. We're gonna lift that left one up, bring it over, and back. Same thing with the right. Adjust the hips, right comes over, and back. Let's see if we can get some cracks and pops and some releases going on from just getting out of the back to doing really gentle spine rotations, getting the lumbar spine, gently moving the T-spine. Getting more mobile as we go. One more each side. Good. On this next one, I want you to keep the right leg over. grab it with the left hand and pull the other knee up to meet it. So you're in a little bit of a fetal position here. Bring that arm up and around your head and around in front. And draw big rainbows like that, opening now the T-spine, the middle of the back. This is where it gets really stiff when you're in your workday. So bringing those knees up, coming forward and opening that T-spine, reaching around. And one more big circle. All you're gonna do once you reach that beginning position is flip over into the other direction. Bring both knees around, taking that other hand up, opening the upper back, reach around, and coming forward. Try to have that shoulder uncomfortably tucked away. And if you can't quite hit the ground, that's okay. That's the goal here, is hopefully soon enough, doing mobility in the mornings, you're gonna be able to wake up those shoulders to touch the ground all the way around. Last one, come all the way forward. And then I want you to roll over onto your stomach. Good. From here, we're gonna kind of Spider-Man our arms a little bit out to the side, so our elbows are gonna be up. I want you to take your right leg up in the air and then rotate it over, trying to round you. Left leg, if it feels good, have your elbows flat. Left leg up and over, reach. It's a little bit of a chest open. Same arm as the direction your leg is. Do a few more. See to tap that toe on either side, straightening out the arm on the opposite side, and one more. Beautiful. From here, coming up onto all fours. Good. We're gonna walk in from this position. We're gonna get the shoulders going a little bit. So what I want you to do is push into a down dog. And then drop till your knees are 1 inch above the ground. Push into that down dog position. And then 1 inch. 3 more. Up. And reach it down. Good, waking up the hips, the quads, the shoulders. Last one, up and down. Now from here, all I want you to do is take your left foot forward so that you're in this position. From here, 90-degree angles all around. I want you to push your bum back, lift your toes up towards the sky. Straighten out that front leg. And then bend into the front leg, lifting the back knee off the ground. Now from here, I want you to reach up with your shoulders, pushing the ground as far away as you can. Tuck your chin and squeeze your bum, almost like you're trying to round your back here. And feel the front of your right hip stretch. Good, drop down, push that toe to the sky. Straighten out the front leg. And then come up, reaching that back knee off the ground. Tuck your chin, squeeze your right glute. Feel a little stretch in that front of that hip. And then come down one more time. Push it back. And forward, and then reach the chin. Nice work. Now from here, take your right foot, spin it outwards to the side while the left foot comes out, almost like you're gonna get into a side plank position. So right knee is down, right foot directly behind it. Straighten out your left foot, reach your left arm as far as you can over your left ear, and look up. Your shoulder isn't taking too much weight, but your elbow is straight. Your right hip pushing towards the sky, and the whole left side of your body feeling a nice stretch. Good. From here, windmilling yourself all the way back down into all fours, taking a nice down dog here. This time when we drop our knees an inch above the ground, I want you to do a shoulder tap on each side. 1, 2, lift up. Come down. 1, 2, last one. Of course, you don't have to add this part, but if you want a little bit more core work. From here, drop your knees, take your right foot forward, and then drive your right toes to the sky, straightening out that front leg, and then lifting that back knee off the ground as you come forward. Tuck your chin round the top of your spine. Drop your knee, lift the right toes, push back. You're welcome to have a pillow under your knee here if it doesn't feel good. Lift the knee up, tuck and round, and drop it down, push it back. Good, on this next one, this time, you're gonna have your left foot pivot out to the side, all right? So that left foot's out, the right foot is straight. Left hand goes down, right hand goes overhead, and you look up, holding that side plank. If that's too far to go, come up onto your finger pads and reach. Deep breath. And as you windmill down and come into that all fours position, I want you to get your knees as wide as your mat and your feet as wide as your knees. So from the front, it looks like this, really wide, feet really wide. Push the hips back, walk the hands forward, and you can be on your elbows if it's a little bit intense. So this is like a frog. So my feet, as you can see, are out as far as my knees are. And I'm just gonna rock back and forth in that spot just a little bit. Feeling those hips open. I'm gonna rest my head in my hands once I find a nice spot and just take a few breaths. Coming up and out of this, preparing you for a little bit of a stand-up. You can watch first if you want that heel, sole of your left foot to your right quad. All I want you to do is kind of swing the right leg around, use your hands to help you, stand up, and come down, pivot, hands to help, and rotate. We're gonna come up, reach around, stand up, and come down, reach down, and pivot back. This will get more complex as we go through this series. Practice for now. Lunge, left hand down. We're gonna do that one more time. Reaching up, standing tall, coming down, and reaching around. Flipping those legs the other way. Right sole of your foot to the left hip, rotate left. Take your right hand down, left leg comes up, and slowly stand. Coming down into lunge position, sitting on the side of your bum and unwinding. If it's not perfect, remember, you've got 3 more Fridays to figure this one out. You lunge down, pivot, and rotate. One more time, we come up, stand tall, down, and finish. Good. Our last stretch of the day is gonna make you very happy and ready for your day. If you can get into this position, do your best to cross that left leg over your right. Once you find a comfortable spot here, we're gonna start by just leaning forward, and you'll feel a stretch more in your left outer hip and glute. And I just want you to dive deep into that. Holding it just for a few more seconds. Feeling that left glute open. From here, sitting up tall and leaning over to the left so that you're pinning your right hip down. And as your elbow inches closer to the ground, maybe you reach over your right hand and hold your head in your hand. I want you to feel this in your right hip. So that lower, whatever leg's on the bottom, we're opening that hip up. You might not be able to quite get your elbow down to the ground. That's okay. Wherever your range is, feel it in that right hip. One more breath. Slowly coming up and out, and then switching those legs, taking the right over the left, and starting by just leaning forward. Into the right side of that glute, feeling it all through the side. Once we come out of this stretch, it's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna come up, sitting up tall, and then leaning over to the right, and maybe lifting that left arm overhead. Feel it in the side body, but a lot in the left hip. Coming out of this nice and slow, unwinding our legs, windshield wiping them from the right to the left. Maybe you've got a little bit more room. Definitely will have more room in your back today. Last one. And just finish by crossing the feet, sitting yourself up nice and tall, and doing a few neck rolls to get rid of any kinks left over. Nice work doing all 5 days this week. I hope it's made a difference. I hope it's changed your day for the better. And we'll see you all Monday again. These will get easier as you go. Like I said, it's going to be 1 month of the same 5 days, and then things will get a little tougher as we go. So we'll see you soon, and keep it up.